This is it, the ultimate game in this college football season. Two teams that have battled through a long regular season, thrived in this 12-team playoff bracket, overcoming adversity along the way. And now, two teams battle for that gold championship trophy in the building here tonight. Which side will have their dreams come true? Good evening and welcome to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, site of this year's national championship game. As we'll see the third seed in this playoff, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on a team from the ACC, the Louisville Cardinals. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit, and this is it, this football season's ultimate game. Time to find out who's going to emerge as national champion. Here we go with the kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. And the kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. Wideouts now clustered. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. Touchdown, Cardinals. The defense comes up huge in this championship game. Listen to the crowd.
Boy, that's a 14-point swing on the opening drive. Instead of worrying about giving up points, not only do they come up with this interception, but to take it into the end zone, they're an extra point away from really giving their offense an edge.
And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. You got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And the deep kick will sail out the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll test the right side here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Quickly behind the sticks here after the loss, second down and 11. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Well, if he would have stayed on his track and stayed more to the inside, I think that play opens up for a nice gain. Instead, he's looking for the big play, bounces it to the outside, and there's just too much speed on that defense.
Up here trying to make something happen on third and long. The corner's now playing a couple yards off the ball. Send the back in motion. Back to throw. It's Morton. Looking deep downfield to the left. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. Breaks into the open. Now past the 30. They finally tackle him, but an excellent return after the pick.
Well, that's now 2 interceptions for this quarterback, and we're only in the first half. This is the exact start this defense was hoping for to create a ton of momentum.
The offense starts with excellent field position. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. The offense will begin now with excellent field position. And the back now goes in motion. Clear movement before the snap, and it'll be a false start. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Trying to find some room. It's Brown. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
It's a good, solid gain. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 21 as this defense tries to make a stand and force a field goal attempt or a 4th down stop. The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. Handoff here from the shotgun. You make the stop, but it'll be first down from the 13.
Well, that's a good, hard, tough running there to get that first down to keep this drive alive. Early in this game, the offense really asserting themselves. They're not thinking about a field goal. They're trying to put this ball in the end zone.
And the Cardinals have 1st and 10 here. Handoff from the shotgun. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Well, I would just stick with this RPO. That's a really solid game, and it's plays like this that eventually make that defense collapse down. Then you can pull it and hit a big play through the air to your receiver.
Grab behind the line. It's Stewart. They bring him down short of the end zone, but this will set up a 1st and goal. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Scanning the field. It's Moss. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. And they bring him down, but look, there's a penalty marker on the field. Let's see if the officials wipe away this turnover. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. The penalty backs the defense up even more. Now 1st and goal from the 1. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. The defense swarms him in the backfield. He had nowhere to run, loses 2 yards.
Man, it's 1st and goal. You're thinking about trying to score. You're looking at positive yards, and instead, you're going backwards. That's going to set up a very important 2nd down call here.
The offense with some pre-snap motion. Will try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. And he fights in for the score. Touchdown, Louisville. Well, no surprise for an offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
And that kick will just bounce into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. There's the handoff. First down, looking for more now. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Second down after that run on the previous play. To throw, it's Morton. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. Oh, what a grab! They finally tackle him at the 4. It's a solid gain on the pitch and catch.
Boy, nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he could be a monster today.
A chance to get right back into this football game. It's first down and goal. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he'll be brought down.
Boy, shout out to this defense. What a play. Great job of getting penetration. Hey, they're backed up near their goal line. Does not prevent them from sniffing out that trickery of the jet sweep. Good job of picking that one up.
So off the loss, it's second and goal from the 8. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here.
Well, he came close to putting this ball into the end zone, but he comes up short. Now we're looking at a third and goal. Boy, the defense is digging in. The offensive line trying to get a good push. I'm curious to see if they try to run the football again here on third and goal.
Tough running there, but not quite enough for a first down.
That's a positive run for this offense, but now it's going to set up fourth and goal in a big decision for this offense. I know it's still the first half, but let's face it, you're this close, maybe it's worth the risk of trying to roll the dice and try to find a way to get that ball into the end zone.
Fourth and goal from the 2. Can this defense come up with a huge stop? Defensive backs up with the line, showing press. Touchdown, Red Raiders, as they answer with their first score of this title game. No surprise there, Kirk. It's a red zone touchdown to the big tight end.
Well, the tight ends are usually much more involved down in the red zone because of their size and their skill set allows them to be more effective down in this area. You know, they may not hurt you on the big, long throw, but they can use their bodies and provide the quarterback a nice target when the defense is so condensed.
Return begins inside the 10. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Back to pass. It's Moss. Caught over the middle. It's Golden. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. All right, let's get back to the action. Getting closer to finding out who will be celebrating here tonight. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. It's a dart right down the middle. Dives to make the grab for a huge gain.
Boy, this is a big play by this offense. They go on the post route. It's a perfectly run route. It looks like the ball is going to be overthrown, but how about the receiver laying out to bring that one in for the big gain?
One explosive play has set them up at the opponent's 40. First down, looking to throw the ball. Caught behind the line. It's Brown. Defense surrounds it. Just a short gain on that completion. Made the catch, but he was surrounded, Kirk. Not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. That play is blown up. Defense makes the tackle in the backfield.
You know, he had nobody open downfield because of great coverage there by this defense. But what I love to see is how they run to the ball. He checks it down, and this guy's got nowhere to go. It's a big loss.
Looking to throw it again. Nice grab. It's Brown.
You know, it's third down. As a quarterback, you're sitting there back in the pocket trying to find a matchup that you like. Pretty much everything taken away. I like his thought to get it to the running back because he's a talented, gifted player, but he just could not wiggle free to pick up the first down.
So here comes the kicking team on the field. They'll settle for 3. This will be an attempt from 52 yards. Let's see if he's got the distance. No problem. And that will extend their lead even further. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out.
Boy, this guy had plenty of leg here, too. Chris, you remember the days when a kick from 50-plus was a major accomplishment? Now these guys knock these out like they're almost automatic.
First play of the drive now from the 25. Using his legs, it's Joyner. The senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Well, another short gain for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
So 2nd and 7 at the 3-yard pickup. This offense trying to get something going on this drive. And now the running back's got it again. And that will pick up the first down. They'll spot it at 38.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear a defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's stopped again. They've had patience with the ground game, but just nowhere to run tonight. That's been a big theme.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Dropping back, it's Morton. Catch made on the right side. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progressions. We've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through his progressions, checks it down into the flat, and picks up some positive yards.
Offense looking to keep the drive going here. 3rd and short now from the 44. Ball handed off. Finally make the tackle, but not before he crosses midfield. First down at the 44.
Well, it's a great job here by this offensive line and the running back to be able to pick up the first down. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole here in this first half. The only way they can get back into this game is converting on third down. It's exactly what they were able to do, get a new set of downs and a chance to put points on the board.
And here comes a deep shot. And it's caught outside the 10 and still going. They bring him down at the 7. The offense set up now with a 1st and goal.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
The defense better regroup after that big gainer. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Tackle at the 6-yard line after the completion. Offense really threatening now.
Boy, tight windows is always down here. They have trust in throwing it. You just have to be smart.
It's a 2nd and goal play for the offense. Linebackers trying to confuse this offense now. Caught quickly. Brought down at the 2 after the catch. The offense close to punching it in. Ball sits at the 2-yard line for 3rd and goal. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. And they'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Well, great stop here by this defense to bring us to 4th down and decision time for the head coach. You go the easy route with a field goal, or this close to the goal line, you take a chance to try to get that touchdown.
Knocks that one right down the middle.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Looking to throw. It's Moss. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
So 2nd and 10 from the 25. Important to get something here to avoid that tough 3rd and long situation. Off the play fake, looking to pass it. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
A tough situation with the offense. 3rd and long from their 25. Let's see if the defense brings some heat here. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter. Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 25. What's the call going to be? Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Catch made on the out route. Breaks loose at the 45. Now here he goes. At the 10 now. Touchdown, Cardinals. No chance to catch him there.
Chris, how dangerous is this offense? Well, of course, you know about the receivers, those vertical shots, but here's an example. You give the ball to the running back out in space, takes it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
Point after, up and good. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. The kickoff, a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Looking for a gap. It's Joyner.
Love this early in the game by this defense, taking control of the line of scrimmage, not giving this back anywhere to go, and they keep him short of the 1st down.
Dropping back. It's Morton. Pulls it in. It's Hudson. And he rolls that about. That's a big gainer there.
That's another positive gain here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Man, isn't it fun to watch running backs who can add that dimension to the passing game? They're so dangerous because once they catch the football, they're operating in much more open space than they would be if they're just getting a handoff. And it really tests the linebacker's ability to cover out in space.
Caught by the receiver. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. They'll have to hurry now. Second down with the clock ticking. The shotgun handoff here. That's a solid gain. Moves the football inside the 30 and a first down.
How about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
And the Red Raiders will line up on 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. The tight end has got it. They bring him down, but that's enough to move this offense into the red zone with a first down to 17. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Grab down the middle. It's Miller. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball inside the 10-yard line. Defense getting pushed back. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. The offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Looking to pass. It's Morton. Launching one to the end zone. Throws it too far over everyone's head and incomplete.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Makes the catch. Can he get in? They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a 1st and goal. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. As a design quarterback keeper. And it just gets back to the line of scrimmage as the time runs out here in the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Red Raiders will kick this away to begin the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Golden. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And for the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. Put some space around the 30. They get him to the ground, but an explosive running play there.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
The Cardinals hustle to the line to run that hurry up.
Well, not much of a gain there, but this is what they do. They love to go fast. The defense has got to be aware.
Running out of time in the pocket. Intercepted, picked off by the defense.
Boy, just when it looked like they had complete control of the national championship, they turned the ball over. The only real mistake they could have made to give their opponent a chance to get back into the game, and they've done it.
And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Back to throw. It's Morton. Taking a deep shot here to the right. Receiver left alone, wide open downfield.
Chris, I love this attitude here. Very first drive in the national championship in the second half. See a one-on-one matchup, trust your quarterback and receiver, and take shots downfield.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. Looking for a receiver. That's reeled in. It's Joyner. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Hey, it's a gain, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
Pass caught, second down now. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Third down, the offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Breaks into the clear. Scoots out of bounds after a nice pickup on that running play.
Good job up front by that offensive line, getting a good push to be able to allow the back to pick up this first down. This is an important drive for this offense. Now that they got a first down, they can open up this playbook and keep attacking this defense.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Runner finally brought down, but at the 5-yard line, defense getting pushed back here.
It's a really good, solid run. I know it's not the flashiest big play, but it's important for your offense to be able to get yards like that on early downs. You stay ahead of the chains, and it opens up the playbook for the second and third down coming up.
That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Chris, I just don't know about short gains like this, especially keeping the ball on the ground. The clock keeps moving. They need points on that scoreboard in a hurry. Got to throw the football. You cannot afford to allow the...
Touchdown, Texas Tech. The comeback is on.
Chris, I know the back's going to get a lot of attention for this touchdown, but I was focused on the offensive line. You had 5 guys working as one. Great communication, able to get up to that second level and open things up nicely to allow the back into the end zone.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. There's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Looking to throw. It's Moss. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Caught over the middle. It's Stewart. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Chris, that's just perfect execution here by the offense. Quarterback does a nice job getting back, putting the ball out where the receiver can make a play on it. Nothing you can do as a defender.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands.
Pass complete. It's second down now. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Stop right there at the line. No gain.
That play was perfectly defended. You know, sometimes as an offensive coordinator, you hit a ball, and it's time to mix some things up on what you show the defense.
It's third down for the offense. Back to pass. It's Moss. Grab down the middle. It's Lacey. That's enough to move the sticks. First down now from the 23.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a third down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it. You convert, and you keep working that clock.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards. So 2nd and 6. And the Cardinals are looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Hey, nice RPO here by the offense. Defense is going to sit back, make it easy on the quarterback, hand it off up the middle. Nice solid gain. Stay ahead of the chains.
The Cardinals line up on 1st and 10 now. Handoff heading left. Putting toward the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Louisville.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back. But the continuity of this offensive line was on display. And that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And the kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. First play of the drive now from the 25. First play of the drive, they look to the right.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
An inside give now from the shotgun. He has first down yardage at the 46. And it's a bunch formation. Looking to pass. It's Morton. Quick throw to his receiver. What a catch! And here we go. It all comes down to this. Everything to play for. 1 quarter to decide who will win the national championship. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. They open the 4th by going to the air. Short throw complete to the tight end. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touch.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Looking for a man. Deep shot toward the end zone. Receiver steps out just short of the goal line.
Well, one thing we know for sure, this quarterback has a ton of confidence. Already he's thrown 2 picks. That is tight coverage right here. He still puts it up in the air. Now, this one works out for him, but they haven't throughout this game.
Defense expecting run. They'll stop him short of the goal line. Coming up, 2nd down and goal. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
Well, they came very close to punching that one in, and now 3rd down and goal. And if I'm the OC, I challenge my offensive line in that back. I just slam it right back into that A-gap and try to overpower that defensive front.
Touchdown, Red Raiders. Look out, whole different game now. Here we go, national championship game, fourth quarter, one-possession game, Kirk. Let's see who's going to step up.
Well, the stakes can't get any bigger. The offense has done their job to give themselves a chance. But what about their opponent? What about the other side? How will they handle this pressure? Late in the game, they still have the lead. I want to see what their plan of attack is and how aggressive they might be willing to be.
Makes a quick grab. He makes the two-point conversion. The lead cut down to 6. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw there. He should have pulled that ball out and tried to make a throw, but instead he hands it off to the poor running back, and it's a tackle for a loss.
After a first down loss, it's second and long from the 23. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Dropping back. It's Moss. Quick throw. Catch made on the out route. He's found some room at the 45. They bring him down, but it's a big gainer to the 47.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Not only does the defense stack him up at the point of attack, but he was instantly pushed backwards. The defense was prepared to defend the RPO.
Here's the second down play. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Makes the catch. It's Golden. Tackle made after a big play all the way to the 27.
Well, this wide receiver has it all. We know about his leaping ability and his speed. But what I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there, and the timing with this quarterback and this receiver is just a thing of beauty.
Chewing clock with the running game. Got the first down and still motoring. And the tackle is made, but the offense now is set up. First and goal from the 9.
Good call here by the offense to be able to pick up this first down. And Chris, it makes you wonder, with under 3 minutes to go in this game and trailing, the defense sitting back in their base, I thought they might be in a little bit more of an aggressive mindset, turning the blitz loose, trying to create some plays to get the football back.
Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
The offense has done well to chew some clock here. Now they'll come up on second down. Tailback tests the middle of the defense. And he could not be stopped. Touchdown, Cardinals. That's another touchdown, a dream performance for this running back on the biggest possible stage.
I mean, Chris, we're talking about the national championship. This defense has had a lot of time to prepare. They've heard all about him. In fact, they told... The only chance we have to win this game is we've got to stop their ability to run the ball and stop their running back. So far, they're struggling.
Now they'll empty the backfield on this two-point conversion. To the air, it's Moss. And he's got it, so the two-point try is successful, and they build the lead even further. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. His sure hands. It's Carter. Breaks loose at the 40. He stopped him at the 49, but that'll be a first down.
Hey, you're down by a couple possessions late in the game. That's exactly how you want to start this drive. Let's see what they can do with it after that nice game.
Looking to throw it on first down. That's caught. It's Joyner. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3. And the Red Raiders hustle to the line to crank up the tempo.
I love what the defense is doing here. Sitting back, giving up some plays underneath, tackling these guys inbounds, and just keep that.
Oh, the pass rush gets home.
This is good pressure by the defense. It just felt like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a little bit too long, which allowed the defense to get home.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense facing some serious urgency, trying to come up with a miracle late here. So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Delivers quickly to the left side. Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
Well, this offense has a long way to be able to get back and potentially win this game, but they're doing the right things, managing the clock, picking up good yards, and getting out of bounds.
To the air, it's Morton. The receiver makes the catch. They finally bring him down, but the offense set up now. First down from the 15. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Pass caught. Can he get in? They bring him down short of the end zone, but this will set up a 1st and goal. And they're trying to punch it in here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
It is tough to run the football inside this 5-yard line. Give all the credit to that defensive line, eating up those linemen, allowing the rest of the defense to fly to the football for that short loss.
2nd down and goal. Touchdown, Texas Tech, as they come roaring back now.
Well, that's the first step, Chris. They get the touchdown to bring them within 1 score, and now they got to get the ball back. They have to stay focused here. They're going to need a little luck with such little time remaining.
And they get set now to try the PAT. PAT up and good to get a little bit closer. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. On the hands team all over that to make the recovery. A national championship right in front of them if the offense can keep the football away here. Grinding away with a running game. And that's a solid game for the defense able to bring him down.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
Here we go. A national championship is so close if the offense can keep the football and just bleed out the clock. catch made by the tight end. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
They're still trusting this quarterback to make great throws, and why not? He has had a game you dream about in the national championship. Every throw right on the money. He's had time to make great throws, and he is delivered to be, in my opinion, the MVP in the national title.
And they stop the clock with a timeout, 9 seconds remaining.
Timeout, Texas Tech.
So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. And the quarterback just takes a knee. That's it. It's official. We have our national champions. With the last team standing at the top of the mountain for national champions.
Well, it's been so much fun to watch this team play all year long. They've had some challenging moments. They've been able to overcome them. And how fitting, a close game in the national championship. They come through one more time. And as you say, they hold the trophy. They are the national champions of the year.
And that's going to do it as we crown another national champion and punctuate a wild, exciting season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit and our entire crew behind the scenes, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Officially, your kings of the college football world and national champions, the Louisville Cardinals.